Hi, welcome to Healing Spaces with Gently Healing. My name is Jen Tilley, and I just want to say welcome. And I love you very much, and I'm grateful that you're here watching right now. It has been a very interesting day. We took Aaron back to the airport. Aaron, for those that might watch this later and don't know who Aaron is, he does the next show at 8 p.m. for Expanded Understanding. It was it was hard to say goodbye. It has been a very cool week to have a bunch of people, or a week and a half, come together and be able to see. Oh, hi, Erin, you're there. Hi. Oh my gosh, I didn't even expect that. Hi, guys. Oh, here we go. Zach is helping me with something here. Uh, oh man, I'm in San Francisco Airport waiting for my connecting flight to Seattle. Great time to tune into your awesomeness. Yes, it is, Erin. I was just talking about you. I was just saying how you left and how it's just like this different energy now that we're back home and we're still thinking about you and talking about you and how much I still want to create a way to keep you in my space. So, yeah, it is. Thank you for coming, man. It was super rad. It's still resonating here, and I think Zach wants to. Nope, he's just standing there. Oh, oh, I don't quite know what he's doing. Oh. Anyway, so hi Willow, it's nice to see you. Yay, I love you too. And hi Joey. That was fast. You just stepped out the door. Hello again. Oh yeah, safe travels for sure. I'm glad that you're safe to your layover to your next flight. And hi Carla, nice to see you too. I did not get to see you very much today, but we were able to all do a rad meditation together before Aaron left. So it was a great coherence meditation. And I'm very, very grateful to be able to be on this journey with all of you guys and see the dynamic of what it looks like to really do the healing work. And sometimes it's not so pretty, and other times it is the most beautiful thing that I could have ever imagined. And I think one of the most beautiful aspects is to be able to observe yourself in a space. One of the biggest things that I work on discovering about myself is how to show up as the most authentic me at all times. And I think that it's easier sometimes to be very authentic, maybe with a partner next to you. But if you can't be authentic to yourself, period, you can't be authentic in your life. And it's really rad to be able to have been on a journey to have stopped my life in a way to say, no, now it's time for me to work on me. And then to see what that transpires into when you go into an isolation period and then you come back into that budding phase and you become that rose and you have that opening process. It's really, really rad to observe yourself. And then also be able to experience the feeling of love. I know the difference between the two, and I am eternally grateful for the hard work that it can take at times. So often that I don't want to be human, you know, and I want to be more than that, or I already want to be there. But the reality is that it is a balancing act, and also learning what it's like to balance not just yourself, but all the energies around. Hi, Jasmine. I'm so glad to see you in here. That is awesome. I'm sending you lots of love, just like you were sending all your love to your son. I so appreciated the comment you put in the group chat today. I was just thinking on that. So I love you so much, and I'm happy to see you here. And I'm giving you all the world's love right back to you right at this very moment. And we just keep that reciprocation going. So I love you. And Sammy, hello. I'm so happy to see you in here too. It's so rad every time to just, I want to say, see your smiling faces, even though I don't get to see your faces, and not all your pictures have them on it or smiles, but I definitely experience that when I imagine it, and what that experience feels like on my end. And I'm really, grateful again to have all of you here. Yeah. And Aaron, Joseph is kind of like the dad role, and it's kind of funny because it's like I kind of take the mom role here. It's funny how we kind of, when we create our families, that we all kind of have our positions that we fall into, even though it's not so much of an identification. I guess it's just that fulfilling energy that you're looking for. And Joseph definitely, Joey, he is among the neatest people I've ever met, and I hope all of you get an opportunity to experience him, because we are all very, very lucky to have him in this world. So thanks for spending so much quality time with me these past 10 days. Totes makes up for all the years. Oh man, I think I just feel so teary with that right now. Years you spent abandoning me before I knew you existed. Oh man. Oh, fuck. It is quite the experience to go on a journey where you think that there's people that will always be in your life, and then they're not. And how rad it is when you clear that space and you keep on that universal journey to see, if you don't box it in, that a father could be very different than what the one that birthed you into this world was, and that all those aspects. Oh, I didn't even know I would get so choked up with this. It is really, really awesome to keep buying into yourself and the importance of doing the work. It is the most fulfilling thing, and I'm grateful to be able to share it with all of you. And hi, Robert. I am happy to see you again. Yeah, and it is all of you beautiful beings of divinity, and we're all coming together and we're doing that work. And like I was saying, I want to say that it's an easy path, and sometimes it is, and it can be, and it's all a perspective. But there are times where when you go through that clearing aspect, that you really have to face yourself, and learning how to love yourself in that space is one of the the raddest experiences. That even if you're fighting with a loved one at the moment and you get past it, when you can look back and say, no, in this space, I'm choosing to love me and see what I can learn from and grow from this, so that I don't ever have to be here again, and that this cycle can break, and a new one can begin, and more room is made. And it is a constant level of destruction and creation to keep that balance. And the creation gets more and more beautiful the more and more beautiful you make yourself, and that is by doing this work. So I love that you all greet each other. Joe is the bestest for sure. I've been pondering on Kala. I want to make mention to a lot of you guys, when we do these podcasts, what's really rad is that you have the opportunity to really see us in a true way of where we are. And with Kala, she's planning to leave tomorrow. And if you just take a moment and go back to the very first episode, and it's in Expanded Understanding on Zach and Aaron's podcast, the first one that she graced us with her presence, to where she is today is, well, it says a lot. I would encourage you to go back and see what that looks like. I'm grateful that she came here. I'm grateful that I can share this work with her and understand on a level that I have been there and on this journey. When you choose to sell everything that you own and go out on the road, and it's only you, it is a profoundly moving and hard and awesome experience when you realize that in this world it is only you. Only you have been there all along. And I'm grateful to have been able to work with Kala and to love her to pieces in all of her beautiful, beautiful being that she is, and be able to help ignite that. It's a testament to this work. If any of you reach out, man, we're here to help this process, and you just being in this space is part of that. And you're all connected to this bandwidth. And as I said, the bandwidth is spoken in the purity of love. And just tap into that green energetic space, and it pierces straight into my heart. And all of that information is at your fingertips. You are not alone. I love you. Oh shit, Jen, don't get me started crying again. I can't stop leaking every time I think about you guys, man. I took pictures of you, Aaron and Zach. There was this point where we all said goodbye and Aaron walked away and I was getting in the car and I see Zach walking back. And you know, at the airport, they don't want you to wait around and you can see, you know, people watching, but so fuck them, you know, this is our experience. And, Zach goes back over and they just have the most beautiful embrace. It's love, man. It's true love. And it's really, really awesome to experience. And I miss you already, Aaron, even though I know that we're never apart. And I got pictures. I think you probably already received them if you are on your layover. So rad. So rad. I love you guys. Yep, I'm crying. Aaron, yeah, totally big hugs. Aaron, love you, brothers. Sending you vibes for safe travel and general awesomeness. Yeah, we are lucky to have this space Jesus in our life. Like I said, we all have these certain roles and we all have our stories and our stories to tell that we identify with. And, I know with me, it's very much more of like a Tiamat, Tara kind of aspect is just that mother aspect that really speaks to me on my story. And with Aaron, he kind of got the space. We all have something, and it's really rad when we listen to that. So many hearts, yeah. I love you so big, forever grateful. And it is. And like I said, man, guys, go back. If you want to see what this work looks like, come and watch Kala, watch what that looked like and coming here and into this space. And as wonderful as it seems and fun as it is, there are deep, deep levels of work that we are doing through our own meditations, through psychedelic experiences, and those meditations are also psychedelic, like Zach. Yeah, man, it is profoundly moving to see that, and it's an honor to be able to share the messages and those that are open to still be taught. It's very easy to shut down and to just keep getting yourself back up again. Like Sammy sent me that song. You know, I get knocked down, but I get up again. And there's a point where you don't have to get knocked down anymore. And that process is in that belief in self and that love in self and that belief in being able to change your reality to the most beautiful one. And we, as I said, we weren't taught those tools. And here we are in a space where we're learning them. And I'm sharing with you what I've learned so far, which, you know, the more you learn, the less you know. But at the same time, there's a lot that I have learned. And I'm grateful to be able to have found my voice and have this platform. I love that you guys shared that experience with us. I feel it too, like I'm legit sad with y'all, with you all, that Aaron has to go home. LOL, love you all. Yeah, it's that connection, and it also is that I think there's this importance of learning about attachments. We can all be connected, but there's this level of an attachment, detachment. There's a space where you can still experience each other, just like Jasmine's experiencing our experience without actually being in the physical reality of the experience. It's twisted words, but it's not. Like that makes perfect sense. And I'm grateful that we get to see that. And that's so cool. Yeah, see? Had a small dance break, right? Totally helped me avoid a big toddler meltdown. That's what I'm talking about. Like what I was trying to bring yesterday, which I didn't know how much that message got through. As it's a weird space when things are shifting, you know, and it's important for us to find things to express ourselves so that we don't blow our tops when we're having a toddler meltdown, because it's very easy for us to revert back to our own toddler because we're healing those traumas. And it's a choice. And through that expression of dance, through drawing, through art, through creation, through being able to balance that logical mind, I love to dance. I used to go to rave parties through a rebellious stage of my life, and I'm so grateful I made the choice to do that. And I would go and I would love to massage like my whole life, having hands on people. So I mostly I would watch and have the desire and the want to dance. And I had taken dance classes, but it just wasn't the same. It wasn't. It was spoken differently at the rave party. There was just this fluidity of the energy. It wasn't like being told to do this kind of pirouette. And you could do a pirouette with the dances at the rave parties, and that's totally cool. But there's this moment within yourself where you are completely with just you and the music, and you can have that whether you're in a rave party or whether you're in your living room. You are that experience, and being able to express yourself is so crucial, so that when you get into the triggering moments, you're not triggered. And let's say like you get there and you do have to yell, stick the pillow over your mouth, express that energy and redirect it as you go. Transmute it to something beautiful. Think of something fast like flowers and hearts and love, but then scream it out there and transmute it if it must be. I am telling you, through that expression, clarity comes. And it's important to do that on a daily basis, to be able to have the tools when the triggers happen, so that you're not triggered in the end. It's all the things you're doing before you get to that space. We work on cycles, so that space will cycle back and you'll have the opportunity to transcend. And every time you do it, it becomes easier and easier. And the confidence is built. I think many of us lack confidence. And how do you build that? You build that by building yourself. And right now, awesome, Jasmine, working on changing it. Yeah, I know, Sammy. I know you are. And it is so rad on that self-exploration. And I'm grateful for the time we got to have that one-on-one time talking. I believe I'll have more availability now. So I hope that we can connect again very soon. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. That's why I came up with the love blast yesterday, and now my son likes to give it back and give them to his dad too. Yeah, you're teaching the people that are around you in your space, and whether they accept it, they'll either vibrate themselves the way out, and that's okay. They want to go and do that more, or they will learn from that space, realize how beautiful and wonderful it is, and they will make the effective changes. But if they vibrate out of your space, there is a reason that happens. A lot of this work looks a lot like destruction, but don't be afraid of that. It's the take snake, like the take snake comes and eats it, and is there to help with the next part, which is the creation. It is a really, really cool experience, and I can see, I was like, what animal medicine do I want to bring in? And I feel the power of the snake, really. I think the snake is change. And there's a whole lot more to it. And I think that the meditation of the animal medicine that we work on today is that there's a reason that this symbol is all over. There's a reason that you can get the EBGBs and be afraid of the snake, because change can appear to be scary because it's uncomfortable. But that change is literally the one guarantee in life. And if you keep doing this work, you won't be so afraid, because you'll keep building the confidence of being able to stand in that next indicated step that you see. You'll take it, and then you'll stand in that space, and it will become clear to you that even if it seemed like a mistake or a missed take, you have another opportunity, and you know that you will be just fine every time that it comes. And not stuffing those issues, man. If you have to scream, let it out. Don't be afraid of that voice. Setting your boundaries. There's times, like when I do work with people, I feel them. I am very... I just see the spaces. I can see people. I can see where they're at. I've done that and do that. And there's times that I need people to, allow or not allow. I have people go off, and if they need to go and be in their negative space and throw their little temper tantrums. And much of me is still working through that caretaker while I want to run over and rescue them from that situation. The thing is I will take their experience if I make the actions of that. But there will be a time for me to go into that space after, let's say, they had their temper tantrums, and you walk over and you sit with them and you love them in that space. They're more likely to hear your message if and willing to receive it. If they can go, this has been so hard. Yes, I'm willing to change now. I don't want to be in this space anymore. But if you just quickly jump in and caretake that situation, that is robbing them of that experience. And it's a different way to take care of somebody, to still show love, but still allow them, because in that space they want to throw that temper tantrum more. And that was something I learned in the jungle. Like these things, these traumas that we actually want to hold on to, we will only hold on to them. Well, they wouldn't be there if we didn't want them. And that's one of the hardest lessons to learn. You wouldn't be in this pain if you didn't want it. And it's hard when you're in that space because it hurts. And it's like, well, why would I want this? It's something that only you can change. And the other avenue is just a lot more, it can appear to be uncomfortable because it's different. So I say, love yourself, go into that, embrace the pain, meditate within the pain, see where that is, and know where that pain in your body is coming from is never where it actually is. I mean, there's pieces of that. The chakra system gets depressed. So if your pain is in your neck and your shoulders, there could be a high probability that it's coming from your solar plexus, coming from your hips, your relational issues, and you're not speaking to those things. The chakra systems get depressed, so trapped energy gets trapped in places. But it is through that journey of sitting with ourselves, and as we age and we go through this process, aging and like time isn't real. If you do this work, you don't have to really be 72 years old. You can actually be that of a strapping 20-year-old. It's just literally getting yourself there and unwinding this, and the work, like the pains in our bodies isn't the injury itself. Like if you go and break your foot, look at where it was. Like you could say, yes, I had acute injury to this place, but if it's your left foot, you're having troubles with your past. You're getting stuck in your past somewhere. And if it's on that left side, it's most likely a feminine issue when you're looking at that. It zigzags. I need a drink of water. Hold on. I'm here to help you with any of those things. If you need to reach out to me, this is the work I do. I have courses on this, and I'm sharing this information for free, what I can put onto this podcast, because not everyone can afford all of this work, especially with where the world is at. I want it readily at the fingertips, and I'm grateful for this platform. You keep talking about things that have been cropping to me. Snakes. I love it. See? Again, it's the connection. Yeah, it's following that intuitive path. Maybe I feel like I missed some of these. Did I read this? That's why I came up with Love Last yesterday. My son gave it back. And yeah, I read that. Just want you to all know you're all super fucking awesome. Yeah, Zach, you too are really fucking awesome, and I'm very, very grateful you're in my life and in this space. And Zach does a tremendous amount of work, because, yeah, there's so much work that Zach does that goes very, very unnoticed, but he navigates dimensional planes that I have never met another that can do that. And I have scoured the earth so far looking for it, and I'm so grateful to have that in my life every single day. Don't forget, you are super fucking awesome too, Zach. Exactly, Willow. Exactly. I concur. Hi, Samantha. Yay. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Welcome to this space. I love it. Yay. Oh, gosh, it is, yeah. This is, like a cool journey that we all get to go on, and, you know, yeah, I feel really good about that. And these are definitely messages that I wanted to share with that experience. Is just watch the changes. Like even like what I was saying with Kala, I said to her last night that that girl that was on that podcast, that first podcast, she's dead. She's not here anymore. We go through so much death in our lives, and we're so afraid of the one final death or the people that die in our lives, but we die all the time, and we make those decisions. I say, if you make every decision like your life depends on it, because it does, and every decision, it's just operating that way. So if you're sitting and buying into that negativity, literally you're creating more of that to come. So it's not buying into the things that don't want to go, that have been running the show. It's important for you to realize that you are the governor of this. The higher soul, the unified source, we all have. It's like the free will isn't actually, it doesn't exist. We were talking about tarot cards, the divination. It's a darker magic because it talks about the darker sides. But the soul is going to choose what the higher self actually wants, and it's going to follow that path. And so the harder road is always the right road to choose. So when you do a tarot draw, really look at that, because your higher self is trying to tell you something. Don't forget you. Oh, I already did that. That's what I've been trying to explain to a friend of mine. She is having a lot of bad feelings and lost feelings, but wants to find a quick fix to get over them. Yeah. A lot of people are looking for the quick fixes. And, I mean, we put time on it, but time isn't real. You literally can change yourself in an instant if you want to. You can make that decision very, very easily if you want to. There are just other things in the way, oftentimes, that can get really loud and don't want that to happen. And so when you go within yourself and you sit with the meditations and you draw from the information like the plants and animals and other ways of divination and other things that can be in your external reality to give you the clues of what it really is to go internally. It was like going and doing ayahuasca. I was like, oh, this has been in me all along. I didn't really need to imbibe ayahuasca in order to find that out, but my journey included that. And I'm here, like these meditations that we're doing, sound healing, like all of that is the answers to this. Hi, Willow and Jen. Hi, Samantha. I love it. Oh, like so many hugs. I love it. It is so rad. I feel really moved right now to pull out my book and read the snake medicine. I really honestly believe that it's snaking its way into this next phase of this podcast. So 1 second. I'm pretty sure it's the last one in the book. Nope, I was wrong. It's the hummingbird, Joy. Joy is the last one. What is the snake number of the book? Dun, dun, dun. That's so funny. Butterfly, moose, coyote, dog, raven. Probably if I just opened the book, I'd open right to it. That is so interesting. Why can't I see you? It's hiding. Ant, weasel, horse, antelope, swan, dolphin, snail, spider, hummingbird. Oh, it's 6. Number 6, 61. It's a 7. Aaron, there's a 7 for you. Another 7. Mind, body, spirit. That's interesting. I thought it was like the last one in this book, and in my mind I kept going, it has to be the first or the last, but it's not. It's a 7. So snake come crawling. There's fire in your eyes. Bite me, excite me. I'll learn to realize. The poison transmuted brings eternal flame. Open me to heaven to heal me again. The snake is transmutation. Snake medicine people are very rare. Their intuition involves experiencing and living through multiple snake bites, which allows them to transmute all poisons, be they mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional. The power of snake medicine is the power of creation, for it embodies sexuality, psychic energy, alchemy, reproduction, and ascension, or immortality. The transmutation of the life, death, rebirth cycle is exemplified by the shedding of snake skin. It is the energy of wholeness, cosmic consciousness, and the ability to experience anything willingly and without resistance. It is the knowledge that all things are equal in creation, and that those things which might be experienced as poison can be eaten, ingested, integrated, and transmuted if one has the proper state of mind. Thoth, the Atlantean who later returned as Hermes and was the father of alchemy, used the symbol of two snakes intertwining around a sword to represent healing, complete understanding, and acceptance of the male and female within. Each organism creates a melding of the two into one, thereby producing divine energy. This has all the things, like we were talking about divine union. It's within yourself. If you go back, like even with Thoth, he talks about our hearts being weighted as light as a feather. At the end of the day, our goal is to get our hearts to weigh as light as a feather. This medicine teaches you on a personal level that you are a universal being. Through accepting all aspects of your life, you can bring about the transmutation of the fire medicine. This fire energy, when functioning on the material plane, creates passion, desire, procreation, and physical vitality. On the emotional plane, it becomes ambition, creation, resolution, and dreams. On the mental plane, it becomes intellect, power, charisma, and leadership. When this snake energy reaches the spiritual plane, it becomes wisdom, understanding, wholeness, and connection to the Great Spirit. If you have chosen this symbol, there is a need within you to transmute some thought, action, or desire, so that wholeness may be achieved. This is heavy magic. But remember, magic is no more than a change in consciousness. Become the magician or the enchantress. Transmute the energy and accept the power of the fire. I'm wearing a red dress today. Accept it. The power of the fire. Contrary, if you have drawn this symbol in the reverse, you may have chosen to mask your ability to change. Look at the idea that you may fear changing your present state of affairs because this may entail a short passage into discomfort. Does this discomfort keep you from assuming the viewpoint of the magician within? Is the old pattern safe, reliable, and a rut? In order to glide beyond the place which has become safe but non-productive, become snake. Release the outer skin of your present identity. Move through the dreamlike illusion that has insisted on static continuity, and find a new rhythm as your body glides across the sands of consciousness. Like a river winding its way toward the great waters of the sea, immerse yourself in the water and know that the single droplet which you represent is being accepted by the whole. Feel snake's rhythm and you will dance freely. Dance freely, Jasmine. Incorporating those transmuting forces of the universe as a part of your sensual dance of power. Oh man, that is really rad. Yeah, I want to read some of these really quick before we go farther. I think she has a lot of digging into herself, which is what I'm trying to explain to her. Whether she receives the message, it is up to her. Yeah, you know, it's like, yeah, you share what you share, and this is the non-attachment. There's many people in my life that I wish if I boxed it in and said these were the only ones I could help, namely family members, certain friendships, I would not be where I was today. Some people are willing to receive it at the time they are, or they're not, but they can't take back the words that you shared. The truth has a resonance, and when you speak it, they can't unknow it. So, yeah, you share what you can. Work your best to detach, because a lot of people really struggle doing this work. And this is why we create this community, and the bandwidth can be shared, and you can still love them from a distance. They will come when the time is ready, or they won't, and that is okay too. It's whatever they want to do, to allow yourself to be able to do whatever it is you want to do. Yes, Willow, Total snake meditation is coming our way. Whoop, whoop. Another 7. Awesome. See, Aaron, I'm telling you. Yesterday or the day before, not sure, but I was planting a rosemary plant and I grabbed a handful of dirt from the bag and a nice little worm came with it. Are snakes related to worms? LOL. Yeah, snakes can be classified in the snake family. Worms definitely have their own medicine. I had a lot of worms come to me when I came here to California. They're very interesting because they can't see. And they actually breathe their oxygen through their skin. There's a lot of attributes to worms that are really, really cool. So I would encourage you, if you were having worms come, to do a little bit of research and pondering on that. But snake is definitely in with the worm. I mean, like they make our soil fertile. I mean, it goes on and on. The worm is a very powerful medicine. At Jasmine, the worm, a groundkeeper, just like the snake, also serving you as interact with your environment. You nourish your mind, body, and soul. Yeah, Kala was saying that. I'm wearing red too. What, Willow? That is awesome. That is awesome. I thought you wore mostly black, so I'm glad you're wearing red today. we're together. This is my Shipibo dress, handmade by the Shipibo. It's the little plug for them. This is also ayahuasca here. Yeah, $4.50 pays for an entire family. They need our help, so we're sponsoring them. We're having a fundraiser. It's on this website. We're trying to feed 100 families. So, yeah, thanks for all those that have already donated. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And those that can't, anything that you can share about the Shipibo tribe to get that information, because as we ponder the snake medicine, it's like that poem that came in the jungle. I rode on a serpent through an endless sea of thought to figure out who I am, but all that mattered was who I'm not. This is clearing the masks away. Why are we showing up as people that we are actually not? Why are we doing that? Who am I really? And the snake medicine brings this information. Power of fire. You're wearing a red dress, and I bought low. I was given a red lighter at the tobacco shop, and we went to on the way to the airport. Yeah. Yeah, he was given a red lighter, and he was really excited about it because he was like, I want this for rooting. And the guy was like, well, you can have that for free. So here's your fire and your rooting. Snake's message received, Sammy. Awesome. Awesome. Yay. That's like made me have just warm fuzzies. I'm just connecting with you right there. I hope you felt that. Like I literally, that breath I took in, I just was so, my insides are red. LOL. Exactly, Jasmine. Our insides are red. I totally missed that worm message then, but it came back now, so it's wanting me to see it again. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works, you know. Sometimes you'll catch the message in the moment or you'll catch it later, but it will come to you when the time is. Red also root chakra healing. Exactly, the root chakra. And again, with the meditations that we do, I think that it's very, very good for you to imagine having a wiring system, because this is how we are connected. We're magnets. We connect right into the earth. And I like to think of it as a red wiring system. This is also sideways of, you know, kind of like that protection and rooting yourself and keeping yourself grounded so you're present in the moment. So a simple look at, or just inside your mind's eye, creating and feeling and connecting with that wiring system. Breathing out when we do this meditation and sloughing off that negative energy, the dense energy that is blocking you, straight into the earth. Mother Earth is here to be able to help us grow. We are also helping her transcend. She and the trees and the animals and the plants, we're all doing this. It's not just us humans. We're all working on the transcension processes. There was just this song that I heard once, and it just clicked with me, and it talked about how the trees became the boards for the floors of the warships and the doors for the worships, and just like all of these aspects where they ended up getting involved as well with this, and it just really dawned on me that as we're liberating ourselves, we're liberating the planet as well. We're creating anew. The rivers and the streams and all of that, we're all connected, we're all unifying, it's all one consciousness. So that's where we're headed, and it's really, really rad to be able to do it with you guys. Um, Snake medicine, I also would say when you're breathing in that energy, this is that part of also the Kundalini awakening. We all have a snake inside of us, and it's our choice to choose which one we feed. That's why I talked about that balancing of the feminine and masculine energies of it. So if you imagine the snake going up your spine, especially you, Sammy, straight up into that neck, and then again bringing it back down so that it is, calmly at the base of your spine where it can reside in peace. The snake that is inside of us gets hungry and it needs to eat. And so it will come up and it will manifest in different ways. But if you understand what is residing within your vessel, and that is here to work with you and you work with it, and much power can come. So, yeah, bringing in the medicine of the snake. And I like it, like I said, snaking in and breathing in that crystalline light of that energy up through your nose. And again, only doing the nose breathing, and sending that crystalline energy, that snake energy, like connecting that crystalline energy from the snake, I mean. So imagine it just your own DNA, your own coils sending helix being sent up, and connecting with that snake. And then breathing that in inside of you, that energy, accepting that in, igniting that within your gut, inside that solar plexus, circling it around, and then taking any of the dense energy and through your nose, you're going to breathe out through the base of your feet, through the wiring system, the rooting system that you are putting to the earth. So above you, you have the beautiful snake sitting there. Your DNA, your light codes, all of those things are connected with the snake to bring in the information that's necessary for you to transmute yourself from the spot that you're in currently. I love you guys. Love abounds around you guys. There's tools everywhere. So breathe that in. Ignite that within that solar plexus and circle that around and slough off that dense energy. Feel that snake that is sitting there within the base of the spine and allow it to travel up your spine, back up out through the roof of your head and bring it back down within. Allow it to travel your chakra systems freely, but allow it also to have that space at the root of your spine. That's where it lives. And sloughing off, I like the thing that's coming to me right now is it sheds its skin. So imagine the sloughing of the dense energy is literally the sloughing off of that dead skin, just pulling it off so you will be anew. And while we're doing this, I will play for you. You continue to breathe. Here is the poem one more time. Snake, come crawling. There's fire in your eyes. Bite me, excite me, I'll learn to realize. The poison transmuted brings eternal flame. Open me to heaven to heal me again. Take a moment. Experience what you're feeling. How does your vessel feel now? How does the energies feel around your space? How does your breath feel in comparison to when you first began? Just take a few normal breaths in through your nose, maybe out through your mouth, whatever you prefer. Just play with your breaths a few times. Feel what that difference feels like. To freely allow the flow of the oxygen within your vessel. How does your spine feel now? Are there any more energies that might need to be released, sent down into the earth? Do you feel lighter, maybe heavier? How does one side feel in comparison to the other? If we were to start just with your right leg, play and experience with that right leg just a little. Tap your foot, move it around. See what that experience of that right side feels like, that right leg, the thigh, the knee, the calf, the foot, the toes. And then leave that and go to your left side and see what that left side feels like. In comparison, is there a difference between the two? Do a comparative action. See what that thigh feels like in comparison to the right. Feel what the knee feels like in comparison to the right. The left calf, the front of the shin, the toes, the heel, the glutes, the butt. How about the base of your spine right into the sacrum? What experience do you have there? If there's any trapped energy that you feel and experience, take that breath in and exhale out through your toes, down through that spine, down through those legs. Balance yourself. Come into the ribs. How are your ribs feeling now? Place your hands on your ribs and see what that experience is like. Is there a difference on the right to the left side when you breathe in? Is one side moving more than the other? Stretch yourself up tall. See what that experience feels like. Snake your way up your spine. Stretch it nice and tall. Now take your hands up above your head and stretch those too. If any of this hurts, do less. No pain here. Just see where you are. Just not as high. It doesn't have to be straight up, or it can be as straight up in the air as you can get it. Wherever you are now, meet yourself there. And then bring it back down. Bring your hands down and put it over your heart. Your right hand, your giving hand, place that over your heart. Your left hand, place that over your giving hand, your receiving hand. And take a few breaths in this space. Experience what it's like to just be inside of this heart space. Do you see a little snake in there? Do you feel a free-flowing abundance of green energy, the crystalline light that has been breathed into your body and sent out through the transmutation of this meditation? Take a moment and experience the fact that you would not be here right now if you weren't on the journey to discover how exactly to love yourself all the way, to unify within this beautiful heart space. It's free, it's clear, it's bright, it's full, it's empty. It's none of those things, and it's all of those things, all created within this space for you at your fingertips to do with whatever you want. But it is here to love you, and those around you right now in this moment love you so much and can see you and feel you and experience you, and you are incredible and awesome and magnificent and far grander than you can even yet imagine. But there is the path that you're snaking your way to that self-discovery, because you are so worth it. This road is so worth it, guys. I am so grateful to be here with you, getting to love you. And if I say it a gazillion more times, it will never be enough, because it's what is. I appreciate Kala bringing to the attention of it being was 555 at the point she said it. Again, 5 is a magnificent, magical number in the sense that it's magic. It is the pentagram. It is the spiral. It is the phi. It is breaking the cycle. It literally is kind of like that medicine of the snake. And we were able to be inside a meditation with one another within whatever time zone you're in. The time zone where we are is literally that space energetically. You're just so rad. Grateful that you guys are all here. I don't know how much more I want to share at this time. I feel like the power of the love, the power of the snake was really spoken. Time isn't real. So I feel like hours were within this space. I love you so much, Jasmine and Sammy and Aaron and Willow and Kala and Zach and Robert and I'm trying to not miss any of you guys. If any of you I'm missing at this time, know that I love you. Our names are Samantha, I love you too. And anyone else that is watching this after the fact, time and space isn't real. You shared in this space with us, whether it's a year from now that you watch this or whether it is right now. We backwards and forwards in time. And Willow, I love you too, and I love you all so much. And I will very much look forward to seeing you in here. Part of the expanded understanding, Zach will be doing the show since Aaron will be landing at 8:30 and doing his safe travels back. I love you, Aaron. Thank you for being here and sharing your beautiful, beautiful self with all of us. And I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next episode at 8. I want to make mention that Kala will be having a show on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Angela's show, I believe, starts at 1 p.m. Tomorrow. We have a bunch of beautiful healers that are within this space that are doing the work and sharing the messages. I love you, Sammy. Oh, flight is taking off now. Perfect timing. I love you. I love you, Aaron. Fly safe. And, oh gosh, that choked me up. I love you guys. Yeah, yay, all of this, you guys. I love you, and I will look forward to seeing you in here, hopefully all of you tomorrow and later tonight. Thanks for watching. I love you.